Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique. I'm on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come. I want to do this do this something. I'm going to do this. This part is the part I'm going to do through consistency and discipline. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognizing, appreciate the community as a whole. So if you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. I hope everybody had a wonderful time on July the 4th. If you had off, and if you did not have off and you made a little money and you're happy about that, congratulations. And if you didn't have the 4th off and you didn't really make any money, I'm sorry, but things will get better. But today is Friday, July the 5th. I am here to do my budget check-in and cash stuffing. So this is a twofer, a combo deal that you're going to get. And I'm going to be much more laser focused today. Although I'm not going to say I'm going to try and keep my videos around 15 minutes any longer, because y'all, these videos keep making a liar out of me, and Monique does not like to be classified as a liar. So it's going to take how long it takes for me to get my budget right. It's going to take how long it takes for me to handle my finances in a way that makes sense for me. And that's why you guys are taking this journey with me. So whatever I need to do, I do, and how long it takes, it takes. All right. So let us go ahead and get started. We do have a good bit to cover. At the end of the day, and I'll go ahead and remove that pen for right now, but I'm going to take these pages out. So at the end of, where is that? At the end of last week, which I closed on July the 3rd, instead of doing it on the 4th, we closed at a under budget amount, or a rollover amount of $655. So that's where we're starting at today. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to pull this out. Let's take this one off as well. And I'm going to pull this one out too. All right, and we'll sit this over to the side in case you have forgotten. This is the budget, monthly budget check-in. You get a 6-month pack from Baddies and Budgets that I am using, and I am both a paper planner and a digital planner. So I do the paper planner for my suites because it just makes better sense for him. And so I've learned too, as well, to put the dates on the pages so that I make sure I'm looking at the right ones. But I do this for him, and then I keep my digital planner, and on Sundays we reconcile our budgets. He actually ended up having to leave today. He usually doesn't leave until Saturday mornings, but he had to leave to take his oldest son and his friend back. You know, they came and we had our first family event on July the 4th. We just cooked out, had everybody here, boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends. We had a really, really, really good time. And then we tried to go to the go bowling later on last night or last evening, and they were closed. So we just ended up going to Cold Stone and getting some ice cream and sitting inside the place and just talking. So it was really, 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 really good. All right, so let's go in some. Let's talk about these numbers. So like I mentioned before, I'm rolling over $655. I do not anticipate having any other money coming in, so we'll just put that $655 there. Next, we only have one fixed expense coming out for this week, July 5th through July the 11th. That's the week that we're talking about for this particular budget. And that one fixed expense is for Verizon. It is a little bit higher. So normally it was $176, and now it's going to be $179, like $178.45 or something like that. And as you can see, I don't do the change thing. So for Verizon, it's now showing $179, and I need to go in and look at that to see why. But I think it is the plan protection that I have on my daughter's phone. I think that went up. But anyway, that total is $179 here. Then you see up here my variable expenses. So I typically like to work with around $300, and you'll see I backed that out to $240. As I mentioned before in the last video, I do have another video that's going to be coming out around my debt update and some of the changes that I need to do in support of handling my debt and being a little bit more aggressive in the month of July. And this is one of the ways that I'm hoping to accomplish that. So I'm backing out some of the monies that I had in some of these envelopes to create a little bit of a room in order for me to start contributing just a little bit more towards debt. So groceries, normally I do 100, I'm doing 80. Gas, I normally do 40, I'm doing 20. Still doing 30 for home, still doing 40 for dining out. Supplements, I did 20, 25, I moved it up to 25. I'm only going to do 20 this week. Pets, I leave at 10. The amount of money I give myself is normally 30, so I'm going to go down on that to 20. I'm still giving Corinne her 20, and then you normally see an extra here that had 10, so I was putting $10 towards an extra or like a buffer envelope in my variable binder, but I've got almost $40 in there, so I just took that out altogether this time. That's how I accommodated for this additional money I want to give towards debt. And so for this week, it's only going to be $240. And I don't know if that was a great thing to do because we had the 4th and the stuff that we had to take care of. Plus, it looks like my sweets is going to be moving a little bit sooner than we anticipated. So I'll be making some changes to the calendar, the monthly calendar, once I know for sure and that firms up. But we did not spend as much money because we didn't go bowling. We did not spend as much money as far as our family fund is concerned. So if I need to pull from that in order to support some of the charges that we made for July the 4th, I will do that to help offset some of these costs. All right, so that all totals together $240. The only subscription I have is Paramount, which is $12. We looked at whether or not we were going to cancel this because in my last update that I did for last week, you know that Fubo TV, I paused it. I did not cancel it. It's been paused for 6 months, and they took that the amount of the $100 out for the July as if I'm resuming it, and I can't get my money back. So I thought about maybe canceling the Paramount that we have and some other things that we have, but we are really enjoying watching The Chi and Tracker and Equalizer, and we're just going back and watching a lot of things. So I think we're going to leave this in here right now because you have to have Paramount in order to have Showtime, and we are really enjoying The Chi right now. So I think we're going to leave it in at least for a little while. So we'll leave that $12 there for now, but that might change at some point. So total income, $655. Let's add together all of the expenses. That's $179 plus 240 plus 12 equals 431. And if we subtract 655 from that, it's 224. That we're pretty much rolling into the next page. All right. Next is our debt that we have, and debt here is just the Nelnet, which is the student loans. That will be $82 that I should expect to have come out probably today because today is the 5th. Ally credit card, you'll notice for the 11th, it says 0, and that's because, remember, I've already covered the cost of that as a part of, oh, well, maybe y'all don't know because you guys haven't seen the debt update. But yeah, that cost has already been covered. So that's why it's going to show 0 for that one. And I'm going to be using this credit card for my variable expenses. So I don't think that I should ever have to have an amount due that I have to plan for. Because if I'm doing things right, as I am charging every week, I'm putting that money back on the card to pay off that balance every week. So this should always be 0. I'm going to keep it here and I'm going to track it just in case for some reason I do wrong. But I am not anticipating doing wrong. So that's what we have for Ally. So total for debt is $82. And then I want to actually put $20 into a debt envelope that I have actually started. And so I think I used the personal money that I had left over, which was $15. I put that into the debt envelope on last week. And then this week I'm actually budgeting another $20 to go in there as well. So my hope is to get to the point where I have like $100 or so dollars every month I'm able to give towards debt, but we'll see additional extra debt payment. But we will see. So that's $20 under for the sinking fund. And then for extra savings or investments, I'm going to do $10 extra now with the Monday mini. So now that will show as $60 going forward. So $60 for that one. And then I'm starting today as a part of this cash stuffing, a $10 challenge, and I want to put $20 towards that. And when this challenge is done, it'll be $500, and I'm going to half that. Half of that is going to go towards my personal binder. The other half, which should be $250, will go towards debt as well. So I am truly serious about paying off this debt if I can. All right, so let's see where we are as far as numbers are concerned. Total income $655 minus the expenses of $431. Now you remember I'm writing things more so over to the left side because I don't have a budgeted amount and an actual amount in these categories. And that's why you see some of these whiteouts and I've written in information. Oh, here is where I would document unbudgeted, like I've told you guys before. But I am trying to make sure I have space here so that I can actually track my budgeted as well as my actual too. So 655 is the income I'm expecting. Expenses 431. Debt is 82. Sinking funds 20. Savings and investment 80. All right, so 655 minus 431 minus 82 minus 20 equals 122. No, that's wrong. 655 minus 431 minus 82 minus 20 minus 80. It's supposed to be 80. So I'm going to say equal and then add 2 back equals $42. $42 under budget still. All right. So let's hope that that's the way that works out. $42 under budget still. Okay. Next is my meal plan. So we have, I wish I could say that we had a lot of food left over. We cooked a couple of slabs of ribs and hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken and hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, ribs, baked beans with some veggie meat in those. My sweets, his oldest son, Bestie, came and he doesn't do pork. So we tried to be, mindful of that, but we're going to do pork ribs now. I'm not doing no beef ribs. But we did all of that, and we did macaroni salad, and we did like a seafood boil. Like, it was just so much food. And I was like, okay, well, we'll be using that maybe at least for the next couple of days and have leftovers. No. I checked this morning. They left this morning around 5 a.m. and there were 4 containers with meat in them. All 4 of those containers are gone. So food went bye-bye. So I went ahead and wrote this out. I think we're just going to do something real simple and loaded baked potatoes, although I think we still have some of that seafood boil left. So Corinne and I are the only ones here for right now. So I don't know if we'll do that or not. But if we decide to do the loaded baked potatoes, I'm looking at a budgeted amount of about $11 to cover the cost of that. I can tell you right now, Saturday, I've got a lot of things to do. So I know I won't be cooking. So we will definitely use our dining out money on Saturday. Sunday, I'm just going to do some chili and cornbread. I don't want anything truly heavy, and that should be pretty simple to make. So I'll do that. Sweets will have Monday and Tuesday that he will cover. And then I think I'm just going to do a grilled chicken salad on Wednesday just to, again, something pretty light because it is pretty hot outside. So, and I'm expecting that to be about $25 because there's some things that I like Kalamata, olives, and some other things that I need to make sure I'm getting. So overall, I feel like from a meal planning perspective, I'm expecting to spend about $52. Okay. And then for cash breakdown, here's the money that I am going to have as far as my cash stuffing is concerned, and how it breaks out into the dollar amounts, which I already have, and we're going to talk about that in 2 minutes. So total should be about $320 that I am stuffing. The money for Corinne is not listed here, and that's because I always give her money like on her Cash App card. And so outside of that, though, everything should be listed here if I'm not mistaken. So as you look here, I've got 10 20s, 2 10s, 11 5s, and 45 1s, and that should total $320. And then here is where I will track at the end of this week how much I've been able to keep in my variable expense envelopes and how much I spend, etc. So I'm going to put this over to the side, and I'm going to use this as a guide for the monies. And I've already counted this money, so I'm not going to spend the time counting it again. And that is the good thing about doing the cash planning and doing the cash breakdown, is the fact that you have to kind of track how many, 20s you do, how many 5s, how many 10s. And that makes it a whole lot easier for you to count as you are looking at the money to make sure the bank gave you the right amounts. It's easier for you to tell. All right, so I'm going to zoom out. All right, and I got my piece of paper over here in the side. So for groceries, we're going to keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be $80. So groceries now has 80, 100, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And I can tell you a lot of this is already going to be gone when I get ready to do my cash unstuffing next week. Alrighty. Gas is getting just $20. And gas will have now 20, 40, 60, 80 in there. Very good, very good, very good. Let's see, home gets $30. I can tell you a lot of this is gone as well. We ended up having to buy a few things for the house in anticipation of everybody coming over yesterday. So home is $20, $30, $40, $50, $55. And again, remember, we are swiping credit cards to get points, and then we reconcile once a week. Typically, that's going to be on Wednesdays when we do the cash unstuffing. Home is 2 20s, so that's going to be, I'm sorry, food is going to be 2 20s. That's $40 for dining. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, $65. And here, alrighty, and supplements is going to get 20. And I think I'm just doing a $20 bill on this one. Nope, 2 10s. Do I have 2 10s? I don't think I have 2 10s. You know what? For home, I should have done 2 5s, but I'm not. I'm going to do it here. So I'll do 10 and 2 5s. I should have done a 20 and 2 5s for home, but I'm going to do a 10 and 2 5s here. Now, here's where I should be taking out my 1s. I didn't have any 1s for any of those other ones. Pretty even numbers. But for this one, I do have some 1s. So we're going to go ahead and take those 1s out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. Take those out. And now Scripts and Meds has $20 in this one. All right, Pets. C is going to get 2 5s because I still have some 1s for him. Yes. So he is good. Let's give him 10. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So he's got $24, and he definitely needs some food and some more balls. So I'm going to get that for him. Alrighty. And then let's put this in savings. We have $4. We didn't allocate any money specifically for extra, but we carry over our 1s, any ones that we have in anything other than Xerxes pet envelope, and we put it in here. So now in this savings or this buffer, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 42. $42. That's pretty good. All right, this one is stuffed. Now, Monique gets $20, and I think I've already got my money. I think I left it in my bag, but we shall see. If I end up with $20 still left, then we know I did not. All right, so the $10 challenge and the extra debt, I think, are both in my personal binder. Let me check. Yes. All right, so for extra debt, we're going to do one $20 bill in here. And we're not keeping a tracker for this one. So $20, $30, $35 so far for that. And then here, let's see. Give me 1 second. Do I have a Sharpie? Is this a Sharpie? Yeah, it's a Sharpie. And I'm just gonna X off 2 of them. Can I see that? I can't really see that. Let's make it a little bit deeper. All right. Hopefully that'll have time to dry. Shake it a little bit, just to be sure. And for that, we're going to give $20 towards this $10 challenge. So let's just stick that 20 in there. Alrighty. So that is done. Hey. Oh, I forgot to close it. Y'all didn't tell me nothing. Hey, bloopers are real. We're going to keep these in here. Usually I don't ever have to take it out. That's why I have the cards on the outside of the envelopes. To try and make things a little bit easier. And now I got to go through housekeeping and cleaning up my mess. Has anybody else ever done this before? You open up the binder and then forget to close it, and now you got a hot mess you're dealing with? Or is it just me? All right, let's get this in. Now let's start going from the back up here. So here. Oh man, it's smudged a little bit. That's all right. Now close it. Okay, we're good. Next, we need to worry about my Monday mini. So it's 4 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $20. And then 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 40. Yeah. All right. So this is the money for the Monday mini. And let's go to the bag. Let's stick that in here. So we got it all set to the side. Okay. That one's done. And yes, so I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is my $20, so I had not pulled that yet. So this money is for me, and that's for my wallet. Okay, I think we are done. That is it. Like I said, there will be a video that's coming out on Tuesday just around my debt update, just to explain a few things to you guys. And we'll be going over our monthly overview calendar because plans are changing as far as move dates. And so we have to work through that and work through getting a U-Haul and just some and furniture and some other things as well. So July is looking to be spendy, but that's okay because I'm not spending without having a plan in place. All right, I think that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.